Alright, welcome to how to make squish bags. I've been asked a couple times to make a tutorial for these, so here goes. It's my first try, so bear with me. I'm doing this on my phone too, so okay, anyway, these are some of my bags. They are purse backpack convertible, and here's the stuff you're gonna need. You're gonna need 2.5 yards of webbing. That's the strap stuff. It's in purple. You're gonna need 4 metal hooks, 4 D-rings, and 2 sliders, plus 1/4 to 1/2 yard of fabric depending on how big your squish is, and then obviously your squish. There's an optional keychain holder. If you want a keychain holder on the inside, you're going to need some ribbon and an extra hook. I've done it with 5, 8, and 12-inch squish. Alright, so there's an easy and a more difficult way to do this. Here's the easy way. You're going to cut the squares out, sew one on each side of the zipper, and then sew around both of them. Does that make sense? I hope it makes sense. That is one way to make the pouch. I don't do it this way on mine because I feel like the way that I do it gives more room. This is the way that I do it. So what you're going to do is cut out a long rectangle that would be 20 by 8, and then you're going to cut out 2 small rectangles that are 4 by 8. Okay, and then you're going to sew them together like this. You would sew along the purple lines, and at the top the yellow line would be the zipper. Alright, this would make a rectangular prism. Alright, so what I'm going to do is sew the 4 by 8 to the 20 by 8. And I do this, the way I cut these is by folding the fabric in half and cutting one 10 by 8. That way it comes out to a 20 by 8 when it's unfolded. And then I will sew to the middle of it, 2 inches on one side of the fold, 2 inches on other side of the fold. I put my 4 by 8. Alright, this is going to create a rectangular prism. So we're going to have a 3D type of bag instead of a flat bag like I showed in the first example. That would be 2 pieces of fabric sewed together. That would be a flat bag or pouch. I make them this way because I think that it makes more room in the bag, and that's my biggest issue with plush bags. They don't have enough room. So this is why I designed them this way. As you can see, it's going to turn into a rectangle. It's a 3D pouch instead of a flat one. Okay, I hope it makes sense what I'm doing. I'm not positive that it is even more advantageous this way, but I feel like it is, so I do it this way. You can always do it the easy way, and there's nothing wrong with that. I just think it'll have less space, but that's me. In the end, it's all squished in there. So, and then I forgot to show you guys, but if you want the optional keychain holder, you have to sew it into the lining before you close it all the way up. So before you're done with the last side, you put the keychain holder in and sew it in. Okay, I'm trying to say here that I want you to fold it out. You want to fold it outwards instead of inwards, so that the outside edge, it doesn't show on the inside of the pouch. I didn't figure this out until I had made a few bags, but I want you guys to do this right so that you don't have fraying on the inside of your bag. You want to fold it outwards, and hopefully I'll make it clear here how to do it. See, the outside edge, it's folded away from the zipper, if that makes sense. Before, I would fold it towards the zipper, and that results, if you do it too long, it will show on the inside of the bag. So this is what I do now. There are many ways to do this so that it doesn't show. This is just one way. This is the way that I do it. And here's a zipper foot. I'm going to use a zipper foot to install the zipper. It is possible to do it without a zipper foot, and I've done it before when I didn't have one, but it's just easier to do it. This is the regular foot and this is the zipper foot. It's just easier to do it with the zipper foot. It's possible to do it with this one, and I have done it with this one. It's just harder, so we're going to use a zipper foot. Alright, so it's done on one side, and we're going to do the same thing on the other side. All you need to do is unzip first, and there we go. And then you're going to fold it outwards again, just like that, the way we did on the other side. You want to match where the seam is on the other side, so more or less in the same spot across the way. And then I'm just going to go ahead and go all the way down. Alright, so it's on there, and now you're going to fold the last edges, the extra on the zipper, you're just going to sew right across there. So just make sure it's folded over like that, so you, again, it doesn't fray on the inside. Fold it to the outside that way, and sew right across there. Alright, that's sewed up, as you can see. So what you're gonna do next is open up your squish. Go ahead and start at the top seam, go all the way down to past here, and all the way down to this other ear. Past the ears, that's as far as we're gonna go. Okay, so try not to cut through the fabric, because it is possible. You want to stretch it and grab just the thread part. Okay, so I will be back, but just the thread I have, and you know, this could happen to you. You cut open the fabric, and it's not a big problem, but it is a problem, so let's try to avoid it. So you're just gonna go all the way across, right? Be back. Okay, jumped ahead a little bit, but you're gonna want to stuff your bag in here. All right, if you're only making a wallet, you're almost done. If you're making a bag, stick with me, and we will have a couple more steps after this. So what you're gonna do is go ahead and just hand sew all the way around, and I just go around once because I do a quadruple thread, but if you're only doing one piece of thread, you might want to go around twice. So yeah, I'll be back. I'm gonna be using this thread. It doesn't match, but I guess it's better than white, so I'm gonna use this. You might want to pick something that matches yours more closely, but this is as good as I got right now, so I'm gonna stick with this. And yeah, that's it. Okay, so there it is. She's got her zipper in, her pouch. Yep. If you're making a wallet, this is the last step and you are done. If you're making a bag, stay with me for a couple more steps. We are almost done. We're just gonna add 2 D-rings here and 2 more down here so that we'll have a backpack. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and cut through these edges right here. I'm gonna cut, okay? It's gonna go straight in there. So we're gonna cut this little lady open again, right there, and then down here. Okay, so I don't have a picture cutting open the side, but this is where it's gonna go. You're just gonna sew right up against the D-ring so it's tight in there. And I guess that's all I have to say about it. Just sew right up against it, and I like to go back once, so I go over it twice, and that's about it. And then here's the seams that I like to use on the bottom side. I like to use the one that's in between the side and the center, but you can also use the one on the side. Okay, so next you're gonna want to cut off these 2-inch strips for the D-rings. We're gonna make the straps next. So you're gonna want about 2 inches for each D-ring. Okay, I'm gonna cut these out. Okay, now we have 4 of these, 1 for each D-ring. Okay, what we're gonna do is burn the tips of each one. You need to do this every time so it doesn't fray. If you are a minor, please ask a parent for help. I don't want you to get burned. Okay, so now you can see it's burned. It's not gonna fray anymore. Okay, so do that to each one and we'll be back. Okay, so what we're gonna do next is sew the D-rings together. Well, not together, but we're gonna sew it right across here. Alright, I like to use a zigzag for this. I guess you could use whatever you want, but make sure that you go back over it once or twice, just so that it's nice and sturdy. Okay. Okay, so okay, now we have all 4 D-rings with the straps on them, ready to go. Okay, for this next part, you're gonna be taking the rest of your straps and cutting it in half. Okay, just cutting it in half. Alright, now we're going to burn the ends again, like we did before. So go ahead and burn the ends. Let's take a slider. You're gonna put it through the top and then through the bottom. Sorry, that took me a long time. Alright, just wrap it around the middle, pull it out a little bit, and we're going to sew across here. Now once you've sewn across there, you're going to take one of the hooks, you're going to put it through, okay, and you're going to put it through here again and down through here. Okay, so now we have this, and what you're going to do is take another hook, wrap it around, and you're going to sew across here. Alright, we'll be back. Okay, so this is what we end up with. You have your slider, your ring, your hook, and your hook on this side. Alright, so here's one strap, and we're just going to do the same exact thing for another one. Alright, well, once you've made those two straps, that is the last step, and you should have a backpack all ready to go. I like to make a little keychain out of the bio tag. It's really easy. You just need a metal chain. You can buy those at Walmart. Really easy to make, just a cute little extra step. And other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. I hope it was helpful and not confusing. I was concerned about how I would explain my pouch, but I did my best, and I hope you guys can make your own. And if you can't, well, you can always get one from me. So let me know if you have questions in the comments. Thanks, everybody.